Somebody had asked on the internet, why don't gangs ever mess with white people? And honestly, I'm just going to keep it a buck with y'all. That's one of my favorite questions to ask gangbangers because I've literally never gotten an answer from any of them. Like, yeah, I've met people who bang. And yeah, this has definitely been a real topic of conversation. And the most hilarious part of it is they can never answer this question. They all just literally look at you like an antelope being stared at by a lion, and then they disengage from the conversation as fast as they can. But you want to know what the key to all of this is? Cowardice. That's the key term here. That's the thing that we all have to familiarize ourselves with. These people are cowards. They don't bother white people. They don't bother the gentrifiers riding their goofy bicycles around the neighborhood at 3 a.m. They don't bother police officers. Shoot, they wouldn't bother a Ku Klux Klan member. I mean, shoot, we've had racists bothering people in major cities, neo-Nazi marches. We've had Black Lives Matter marches. We have organized protests. We've done all of these things. All of these events have happened. And you want to know what the bangers was doing? The same shit that they've always been doing. Preying on our own people. And I mention this because a gangbanger can participate in Black Lives Matter, for example.
What we see here is this. I'm not a fan of gangs. I think if you are a part of a gang and you trying to be a gang or you trying to rep a hood that you don't owe, oh, you're stupid. You're an idiot. But also too, he's making very valid points, right? And he's trying to pertain it to white people, but I just say this. Gangs don't try to do anything that's good. The meaning of a gang or the reason for gangs, especially in the black neighborhood, is to tear down black people. That's all it's about, right? You will never see these gangs do anything worthwhile or to improve the community. Their number one goal is to destroy the community. So if you are part of a gang, if you are repping the gang, I don't care how old you are a coward. You do not have a life. You are a destroyer. And I think this is the type of conversations we need to have, especially in the black community, is because we celebrate the gangs, the Crips, the Bloods, all of that, right? We celebrate that. Oh, that's cool. Being a YN, right? Being from Chicago, all just crazy gangs. We celebrate that as a community. We celebrate the gang members. The gang members in the black community are the celebrities. Right? You got young kids who ain't got no father in the household. Who do they glorify? The gang members. And the gang members bring them kids into their gang not to make them better, not to protect them, but to have them work for them and have them do their dirty work. So it's really cowards, right? It's basically what he's saying is that gangs don't stand up for anything that's real. I think the only you want to say gang that actually did something was probably the Black Panther Party, right? Back in the day when they had the free lunch and they were actually doing something for the community, part of it, right? But today's gangs, they're bums. It's a bunch of bums trying to protect something that they don't own. That's what gangs are. Bunch of cowards. No matter how they try to make it look cool, how hard they try to be hard, bums, cowards, broke people. They either end up dead or in jail. And I think that we have to, as a black community, break that down so our youth knows that gangs are stupid. If you're joining a gang, you're a coward. If you're joining a gang, you ain't got no life. You will guarantee fail. You only got two options, dead or in jail. But we have to have these conversations and also to call out these so-called gangs by not doing anything for the community. When you see any gang clean up the community, when you see any gangs in your neighborhood do a back to school drive and make sure the kids got stuff to go to school. You see what I'm saying? When have you seen a gang do a haircut drive? Everybody get a fresh haircut before they go to school or before picture day. See what I'm saying? The gangs aren't a positive in the neighborhood. They're nothing but a big negative.
They could have participated in anti-cop protests. They could have participated in various protest activities. And quite literally, you don't want to be seen as a banger while you doing this. They can take their colors off anytime they want, go down to march, go down to participate in something. They could do that. But you know why they don't do that? Because they're cowards. Again, they only bother black people because they think they know you. And because they think they know you, they think they can take you. But that's also part of the thing, too. It's not everybody, of course. You ain't never heard of somebody like Sean Combs who be out here touching kids and women weird and all this other stuff being harassed, right? Yeah, you ain't never heard about that. Honestly, there's a lot of black psychopaths who are safe as hell in any hood they go to because regardless of what they do, because they're actually scary people to a degree, all the bangers want to avoid them. Don't nobody want to get in their way. It's the funny.
The reason why the gang members don't get in their way is because those people that they know is bad got money. I feel like gang members become gang members because they want influence to be able to push up on people to get money. That's all it is. It's a ploy to get money. So we're gonna be a gang, we're gonna group together and we're gonna control this block. And if anybody want to use this block, they gotta pay us. That's all it is. Right? But has any of these gang members stand up for, the people and the things that's happening in the black community? No, because they don't care. All they care about is the money. They don't care about improving the black community. They don't care about the dysfunction that they are around. You got some of the biggest gang members or hood guys standing next to some of the craziest people in our community and smiling and hanging their hand. Why? Because of money. It's not about morals. These people don't have morals. They say they have a G code, but they don't have morals. They care about money. So if somebody, no matter how bad they are, no matter what their reputation is, gives them money, they will protect them. So this is the reason why we have to break down gangs and tell them this is how gangs run. They're in it for the money. They've never ever been in it to make the black community better.
Shit in the world to me. And honestly, the gang, that's the thing that just really undermines gang activity and gang culture to me. It's the cowardice, it's the fear, it's the lack of a will to fight back unless the target is some 16-year-old kid who, this is barely passing high school. All he got on his hip is what, a little tech or something. And I mean, I'm not saying this kid isn't dangerous hypothetically, but that's the thing when you actually deal with these folks for real. You realize how small and how petty and how weak it is. And see, when I mentioned 16-year-olds being targeted, let me tell you something. I'm not talking about 16-year-olds targeting other 16-year-olds.
Oh man.
I'm just gonna say the truth. You be having niggas my age running these gangs and stuff like that, telling 19, 20-year-olds what to do, telling 19 and 20-year-olds to go get a gun and go mow down some kid in the 10th grade. Like, it's a very cowardly activity.
We need to start having more conversations like this because we need to protect the youth. Right? But if you are a single baby mama and you have a son and he doesn't have a father figure, this is where they go. They go down this route. If they're not playing sports, they're going down the hood route, and then there's somebody older than them that's going to use them to put money in their pockets. Gangs are nothing about only about money. They do not care about the black community. They're crabs in the barrel, right? We're gonna keep y'all down, level ourselves up so we can get the money. No filter. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you continue to tap in. Make sure you watch the No Filter weekly show every Friday, 9:30 a.m. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out. Peace. I'm not African American, bro. I'm American. Temporary status shouldn't be 40 years. This is why we can't help single moms. We gotta make snitching great again. If I see a man, he don't take care of his kids, he's a bum. Unsubscribe. I'm still gonna keep going up. My issue is that you are really hard on single mothers. It will always be the woman's fault. Start snitching, y'all. I haven't seen a smart black Democrat. Let's keep it funky. Why was the woman created? It's called the No Filter Morning Show. It's straight like that.